today we are painting this super fun little Christmas card. Now this one's very easy, anyone can do it. And for the next 3, maybe 5 weeks, I am going to post a new Christmas card every Friday. And they're all in different styles, so be sure to check in on Fridays to see what the new card is. Now let's get started on this one. I am going to use Bao Hong's block paper that's 7 inches by 5 inches. And the first thing we need to do is just roughly sketch our presents. Now, of course, you can do any arrangement that you want to do, but I am going to do 4 presents. Now, don't worry about sketching your packages perfectly. In fact, I want them to look very hand-drawn, so I'm loosely sketching these. Not trying to get this perfect. I don't want them perfect. Don't worry about whether you can draw well or not. It really doesn't matter with this project. And when I finish the sketch, this is what it looks like. So I just did it this dark for you to be able to see it. So then I went back and erased it so that I don't have those dark lines when I paint. And then I'm also going to put a mistletoe right here at the top just to add a little bit of extra interest there so it's not empty space. Now if you were going to put wording, you could leave that blank. And then I'm probably going to take a micron pen and draw around the edge just for a little extra decoration. Now your first thought may be to use a flat brush to paint these presents, but I am going to use this smaller mop brush that has a really fine point. Just because I want my watercolors to be very watery and loose, and I just find with a flat brush that gives a more even coverage, and I don't really want that. So I really love using this little small mop brush for things like this. And the first present I'm doing is sap green. Of course, use whatever colors you really want. And right now we're only doing the base layers. So I'm not doing anything special. I just picked the colors that I wanted to use and just painting these boxes, kind of like coloring. I'm going to skip ahead and do the yellow box here on top just to give that sap green a few moments to start drying before I paint anything that's going to touch it. And this color is cadmium-free yellow with a little bit of yellow ochre mixed into it, just to kind of knock that brightness off a little bit. Now the blue, I have mixed indigo plus a little cerulean blue because I want a little bit of brightness to this blue without it being, indigo can be kind of dull, especially in a lighter shade. So the cerulean just kind of bumps up that intensity just a little bit. Of course, it depends on how much of the cerulean you add. And I used cadmium-free orange for the top of that box. And then the red I'm using is Winsor & Newton red with a little bit of quercétone rose in it. Now, while we wait for all of that to dry, we can go ahead and do our mistletoe up top. So I'm just taking some of our red mixture and drawing a ribbon straight down from the center. And then I'm going to take a filbert brush and just use 2 different greens, at least 2. So this is my smaller filbert brush. Any brand will work. Whatever size you want as far as how big you want the leaves on your mistletoe. I'm going to use a mixture of olive green and sap green for the first mixture. So I'm just going to mix that up real quick. And then use the side of the filbert brush and just press down and then lift up to make these little teardrop leaves. So I'm just going to do it at random all around, and I'm skipping a lot of space because I'm going to come back with another green once this green dries. Now our packages are dry, so the first one I'm just going to add little stars to this yellow box. And so I'm using my 0 sable. I believe this is Winsor & Newton's sable brush. And I'll just do some random stars here for this one. And then for the blue, I am going to take straight indigo. And I'm using that same size 0 brush. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I want to put a ribbon on this present. So I'm going to grab my filbert brush again and load it up with that red. And then just carefully drag this across, just like that. And one going down. Okay, great. Now I'll go back to that size 0 and the indigo and just do little pinstripes all the way down on this one. And then I'm taking a micron pen and just drawing some little Christmas trees for the decoration on the green present. And then I'm going to sketch around it. I'm sketching around all of these just to add a little character and to help them pop off the page. And I think I'm going to do a shadow on this as well, just to kind of ground it a little bit. They kind of look like they're floating out in air to me. So I'll come back and do that in just a minute. Now for the polka dots on the red box, I'm just using that same red, but it has very little water in it. This is more of a cream texture. And now that our mistletoe is dry with the first green, I am using undersea green and green gold mixed together. And I'll just fill in more leaves to make our mistletoe more full. And still keep in mind that we're going to be adding berries. Mistletoe has berries. Now they usually have white berries. Some, I think, can have red berries, but all the mistletoe that we have around here have white berries. So we're going to have white berries on this one. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. And then let's just add a few bows to our top 2 presents. I'm not going to worry about bows on the other 2. We'll just do the top 2. And I'm also going to add white pinstripes to this blue present just to help it pop a little bit more. White always helps everything. I'll also add some white ribbon across the polka dot one, especially since it doesn't have a bow. I think a little bit of ribbon across it will help. Now, for our white berries, the mistletoe berries are not pure white. They're kind of a yellowy green white. So I have mixed up buff plus a little permanent white. That's going to give it some opacity, and just a hint of yellow, and just place it wherever. And because we have that permanent white in it, it will stand out a little bit more. Light colors on top of watercolor, other watercolor layers, usually doesn't show up very well, but since we have some of that permanent white in there, that's going to help. And I'll just do a bunch of these at random. And then don't worry, it's still kind of hard to see. It helps when you put them on the darker leaves. But we're also going to take our micron pen and go around them as well. I have one more bow to add here. And I'll do a different style bow. And don't worry about your bows. Just whatever style you want. Don't fret over it too much. You don't have to add a lot of detail. And then a little bit of shadowing down here. And now I'm going to go back with my number 5 micron pen and just sketch around each one. I'm not trying to be perfect again. I'm not doing straight lines. I'm doing sketchy lines. Kind of rough texture. But as you can see, that is really helping everything pop. And I'm not trying to go exactly perfectly around each one. I'm letting some white space get in there. Very loose sketching. And I'm not going to go around every one of these mistletoe leaves. I'm just picking a few just to help it. And then to do my border, just to help keep me centered, I'm going to do some little corner embellishments. So a little flowerette here in each corner. And then a very wiggly line. So if I tried to do a straight line, I know there's no way I could do it unless I used a ruler. And that's not the look that I'm going for. I'm going for a very hand-drawn look. So I am going to make my lines a little bit on the wobbly side. Okay, there we go. Thanks for painting with me today. I hope to see you again next week when we paint Christmas card number 2 in our series.